What's up, everybody? It's your boy Scott Simpkins, aka Simp7. This is Get Out Your Feelings Sports Podcast. That's Get Out Your Feelings Sports Podcast. So go ahead and like, comment, and share. Like, comment, and subscribe. You already know, y'all say it with me. If you're a true Angel Reese fan, if you're a true Atlanta Dream fan, if you're a true Chicago Sky fan, but you gotta have some Angel Reese, this is the spot to be. So go ahead, that subscription button, because I want you here. I need you here because I love all y'all. Thank y'all for getting me over that 2,400 threshold. The views, the likes, y'all killing it. The comments, the emails, the phone calls. I appreciate y'all, man. And y'all have not been nasty trying to get with me with them phone calls. I appreciate that, y'all. But listen, man, y'all already know what the day is. Tonight is ladies' night, and I appreciate you guys for coming on. And tonight, I have a very special guest. I have an author, an advocate for Black women, a woman that's going to teach us about bereavement. She's an author and somebody that I've really become fond of. And I'm glad that she became, a subscriber to this channel, but she is here to be on the podcast with me tonight. And that's none other than Miss Carmela Maxell. Not Maxwell, but Maxell. How you doing, sis? What's happening?
I'm good. I'm good. Thank you so much for the distinction. Yeah, because I'm definitely not getting my paybacks from Maxwell House Coffee. I'm gonna tell you right now. Although we need it in these
Absolutely.
times.
Yeah. So I want to ask you, Miss Maxell, when did you become a WNBA fan?
Oh man. You might as well ask me what I have for breakfast. Listen, I have always been fond of sports where women are at the forefront, that are highlighted. I went to games when I was a little girl with my sister, when I was living in New Jersey. And I think everything that's been highlighted now about just women's sports in general, particularly, the WNBA and pay, trying to get equal pay and fair pay. It's really interesting, the psychology behind it, because you juxtapose that to something like football, where I still don't think a lot of our main athletes are getting paid what they deserve. You know what? Don't cancel me. Don't cancel me yet.
No, you good.
But I definitely see, the salaries. I think I'm more interested in like the psychology behind it, because to me, basketball is a phenomenal sport. I'm a football girl, but basketball is a phenomenal sport. So ever since I was a little girl, I've kind of dabbled here and there with the WNBA and sports and just the love of the game in general.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what's up, man. Did you play at all yourself coming up?
Oh, no. Listen, I know what my skill set is. Absolutely not. No,
Okay.
no. I'm
Okay.
good at sitting on the sidelines. No. No.
I feel you. I feel you. Okay, so what made you become an author?
Um, well, so I have a doctorate in clinical psychology and I have an MBA in healthcare management. And so there's a lot of writing that goes into getting these degrees. And, outside people will sit there and say, oh man, you're so smart. I'm like, I don't know. I think after some time, you just become cynical because you realize you don't know what you don't know.
Right.
And a lot of the writing that you do over the course of like your educational career is stuff for someone else.
Right.
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 So like these term papers and essays and dissertations and stuff. And it's not that stuff is not fulfilling, but I've always sort of been lost in the world of imagination.
Mm-hmm.
And bereavement, specifically, the book that I wrote is this literary dystopian novel around grief. And it really stemmed from what I experienced just over the course of my life, and then also losing my father last year to dementia and other health issues and just the state of the world. I just felt this need to be creative and put work out there. And this has been a scary and fulfilling and exhilarating time, but it really just stems from, I needed an outlet, right? As a mental health professional, I needed my own outlet to create and bring something into the world.
Absolutely. And that's very good and very important. And shout out to your cat that has been going back and forth behind you.
Oh,
Shout out
she,
to the cat from Sabrina the Teenage Witch.
you know,
You know,
Salem was much nicer. Athena, so I joke on social media, she's my chief meowcrating
ah,
officer. She,
shout
listen,
out to her. Hey, shout out to her. And you do have a podcast too, correct?
I do. I have a podcast. It's called Rooted in Rising. It's available on pretty much all the major, platforms: Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Deezer, Amazon Music. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, and I talk about just real stuff. Conversations that I think we have in our heads or in our homes with our best friends and our homies, and that we're not talking about out loud. And
Right.
sometimes when the midnight oil is burning, I
Absolutely.
I'm thinking about not just mental health, but grief and healing. And what does that mean? And what are real things that we're not discussing that we need to bring to the surface? Hmm.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay. So let's go here. You were watching the WNBA since a little girl, and you saw women that looked like you
Hmm.
playing and dominating the sport and enjoying sisterhood at the same time.
Yeah.
Um, in this day and time, 2026, there is a young woman that had a lot pushed on her since 2023.
Yeah.
And you know it's Angel Reese, because that's what this is. We talk about Angel Reese over
Yeah.
here, baby. Shout out to my girl.
Yeah.
And every day she deals with people making fun of her, bothering
Yeah.
her, racism, you name it,
Hmm.
changing her image online,
Hmm.
just so she can get up and play the game of basketball that she loves.
Hmm.
And it's a lot that I don't understand of why people hate us so much when we dominate a sport. But how are you use a compare and contrast to your book for Angel Reese? Like what's up with that?
Oh man, let me start by saying I have a huge respect for just athletes and athletic prowess in general, right? I I used to be in competitive dance. I did gymnastics and ballet and all that stuff. And people don't understand, if you're not an athlete, just how much time and effort you have to put into to like perfecting, if that's even a term with this,
Oh yeah.
perfecting that craft, right? But you add on the limelight, you add on the media and people looking at you and paying to watch you play, and I just can't. My mind is just blown. I can't even imagine that level of success, but also scrutiny.
Hmm.
So, when I look at bereavement, what I wrote, see, bereavement talks about what happens when, but the possibility, like the government weaponizing people's grieving processes and controlling how they grieve.
Right.
And when I think about Angel Reese and I think about the scrutiny that she's been under, whether you agree or disagree, this young lady is trying to make a name for herself, and she clearly loves the game, you know, and she's got a personality, which, I'm sorry, when you have, when you have quite a personality, when you have a skill, right? You want to show that skill off. You want
Right.
people to notice you and see you, because that's how you get endorsements. That's how you get people to be fans. That's how you get people on your side. And I think I think about just the umbrella of grief and how athletes, much like herself, are probably grieving a form of themselves every single day,
Hmm.
right?
Hmm.
Um, I don't know if she ever imagined, being so young and you know, going from she was pretty, I mean, successful before she entered the WNBA,
Absolutely. Yeah.
and
Yeah.
she paved a way for so many other young women, to fall in love with the sport and to also get involved and follow their dreams. And then you get there and you realize you're just hit at every corner, right? They're talking about her, her efficiency. They're talking about, the way that she presents herself. What happened with Caitlin Clark in that LSU game. Um, I think this young woman is just trying to showcase that she wants respect, just like the next athlete. And whether you agree or not, athletes do deserve, when they put their time, their energy, and effort into the game, they do they should get that respect. And I don't think she's any different. I think there's a lot of sensationalism that's happening around this. I think, to your point, sometimes they can't handle us. They can't handle how we come about. Some of this is cultural, the way that we come across, the fact that we have strong personalities. We have things to say. And so we have had to build these platforms because they wouldn't give it to us. And she's building a platform. Now, do I agree with everything that every athlete has said or done in the name of advocating for themselves? No.
Yeah.
And at the same time, I look at this young woman and she's out here saying, just like, put some respect on my name, right? Just
Right. Absolutely.
Just respect me as a person. And so I think there needs to be some grace shown, because who knows what happens. I don't think people realize, because you have a podcast, I have a podcast. People don't realize that some of these comments behind closed doors, they hurt. They chip at our self-esteem and our confidence, and she has to get back up and perform again. And if that is not resiliency, I don't know what is.
Ooh, you're hitting on something there. You're hitting on something. So in order for her to do that and to go behind those closed doors and to release it, sometimes we don't know if she's crying, writing down in a journal, or talking to someone, bawling on the phone. And let me just say this, guys, bereavement don't always have to deal with death. It don't all have to deal with death.
It doesn't.
Those comments that you think that we see as podcasters and stuff like that, they hurt.
They hurt.
They hurt, just like when y'all was talking about how I mispronounce names sometimes. I'm human, I'm a boy.
You know what?
The day was messing with me, man. I had to go in the room and cry a little bit. I'm like, man, come on, man. Hey, look, I'm from the country. Some names are just different. Like Maxell. It's a player on the Atlanta Dream named Hillman, but it looked like Hallman or something like that. I'm like, okay, look, brother, battling dyslexia from the mouth. Just leave me alone, man. But as a Black woman, as you see, there's a lot of Black women that follow this channel, and shout out to them because I really respect and honor them. As a Black man, I feel like it's our responsibility to uplift our Black women. You know what I'm saying? Especially in sports and everything like that. But just as what healing process can be helped by a Black man to a Black woman?
Oh, wow. All right. Don't get me canceled now. Okay.
No.
I'm going to keep it real. I think for Black men have a very hard job. They really do. And so let me start by saying that there is a lot of divisiveness just in our community, our communities as Black people. And I don't think that we necessarily, we were at the genesis of that, right? There's been some divisiveness by other groups of people that came in and infiltrated and changed the shape and the tone and the texture of our culture and how we exist. A lot of our history has been written out of the history books, and I think we're constantly clawing to figure out who we are and how we are situated, like in place and time. As an outsider, as a person of like the opposite sex, I think Black men need to do some healing. To help us, y'all need to heal. Bring it to God, bring it to a therapist. We can't progress forward if we keep stepping back. Find a therapist of color, find somebody, I think the one thing that we're really good at and that we could also be better at is community, right? You get a bunch of Black folk together. Throw food in the mix, a backyard, and some music, and as long as the day is ending in Y, we are there.
Right, absolutely.
We are there.
Yeah.
But I say, you gotta heal. I don't necessarily know if that means you need to journal about it, or I always say, listen to podcasts, but support one another and not defame, one another. We got to learn to work together. I mean, as Black women, Black men, I think definitely need to realize, hey, it's okay to be emotional. It's okay to express that.
Mm.
It's okay to talk to someone. It's okay to not know how to talk to someone, so long as you are actively moving towards, a healthy healing process. But it's when you avoid, right? And you assume that
Mm-hmm.
and you assume that you can just leave all your problems at the altar and that God will take care of all. Like, what is the saying? Is faith without work.
Faith without works is dead. Yeah.
And my dad was a minister. I grew up in the church. My brother's a minister. There's ministers up in the family, right?
That's right. One right
And
here too. Let's go.
hey, amen to that. And I just say this, you have to, in order to have solid relationships with other people, you got to get solid with yourself, which means you can't lose a sense of humility. Um, you know, this idea of wanting to lead and to have a woman submit. The submission happens on both ends, according to the Bible. And in order for true submission to occur, I believe that we each have to come as whole individuals. Like, you can't be coming with all of your drama and all of your baggage and all of that and saying and say to a woman, not, especially not a Black woman, hey, fix this.
Mm.
I
Right.
don't think that works. Just like on the opposite end, we can't sit here talking about, oh, we got all this, that, and the third over here. Go ahead and I'm going to give you this honey-do list, and then you need to just go ahead and get that done. I mean, it needs to be equitable, and there needs to be deeper conversations, and there also needs to be a buy-in. You got to do the buy-in.
Right.
There is nothing wrong with attending to your mental health. In fact, it is a requirement in this day and time. Otherwise, hurt people are going to continue to hurt people.
Right. Right.
Mhm.
Right. Right.
Mhm.
Right. Right. So I take that right there. Hurt people, hurt people.
Mhm.
And the reason why I asked you that question is because I've always said, with dealing with this young woman behind me here,
Mhm.
I've seen not only because, the other races are going against her and stuff like that, but I always said 13% of Black men
Mhm.
helps. I mean, they dog her like never before. And I've gone after some of them. One of them just responded to me yesterday on my boy Down with the King, his Facebook. And I'm trying to figure out, why do y'all hate somebody that your daughter can look up to? Finally,
Mhm.
you have someone that, is it something inside of you that you hate to see because
Mhm.
she's a business owner,
Mhm.
a pro
Mhm.
athlete.
Mhm.
She's not selling her body for sex.
No.
You know,
No.
okay, she done the runway model for Victoria's Secret. Okay, that was a dream. It came true. If you ain't down with that, okay, understood. But she don't bother nobody. She don't have
Mhm.
a criminal background.
Mhm.
All she's doing is building herself because she retired her mom,
Mhm. Mhm.
and all she wants to do is help her community and help them grow. But yet, somebody that we've always said, with athletes, they should give back to the community. They should do this. She's doing that. And
Yeah.
yet, it's us.
Mhm.
That's
Mhm.
you can't
Mhm.
like her efficiency. You
Mhm.
like, man, she's balling on the court though, man. Leave her alone. Like, what are you talking about? She's balling. She's
Yeah.
playing a different position. She's
Yeah.
balling. So I'm trying to figure out, is there something inside of someone like that? Forget the white folks. Forget them. Because we, like you said, we supposed to be uplifting each other. Period.
Yeah.
So I mean, forget Black History Month. This is supposed to be us every day.
Mhm.
So is it something inside of us that we need to fix as Black men that can't uplift a sister that's doing well, not only Angel Reese, but at home or in our own communities?
Ooh.
I'm just being real because I'm trying to figure out
Yeah.
why. Because for a
Yeah.
sister like this to wake up every day and not only have the white men doing it, but you got 13%, 15% of Black men that's pushing those brothers and
Right.
helping them do it. That's what I don't
Right. This is oh man. This is challenging to answer in one take, but I'm going to try. Let me talk about the psychology of women for a second,
get.
and
Let's go.
just women in general, and the roles that we have been forced to play historically and even currently. Whether you are a cisgender woman, a transgender woman, you identify as a woman. There are still both written, spoken, and unspoken roles that we play, right? There's still that like women are the nurturing ones. Now things have shifted and changed. You got women that are bosses, right? That are running their own thing and doing really well.
Mm-hmm.
Giving back to their communities, running empires. We absolutely, we absolutely give our flowers to those women and just to women in general. But I think that the world in general still struggles with a woman that has an opinion, and a loud one. I can tell you, I have gotten my behind in so much trouble before, and even now, I got to be like, oh gosh, I got to watch what I say, watch what I do, watch who I'm around. Because that ruffles feathers. I think what we say as women sometimes rocks the boat even more than what we do.
Yeah.
And
y'all got some miles on you. I tell you that, boy. Y'all got some miles. Y'all can, boy. I tell you, y'all got some miles. Y'all got some miles on you. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, yeah. See, look at what you do. That drives me crazy sometimes. Look at
exactly. And the thing is, it's just like I think we got fed up. A lot of us got fed up. We realized we could do this ourselves. We could do this without help. And I am not a person, I believe in love. I believe in commitment. I believe in relationship, whether that's, romantic love, whether that's just friendship or, acquaintanceship or whatever. We're hardwired to connect with people. Just people in general are hardwired to connect. And I think it's really hard sometimes for a man to step aside in his power, just in general, and just let a woman speak. The old adage is like, if you would have listened to me the first time, we wouldn't be in this situation. Yeah. But I don't know if it's ego. I don't know if it's a threat. And I'm by no means am I talking about every single man, but I think the general concept is like, we're still fighting for a seat at the table. And so in essence, we've built all these other tables and now y'all mad. It's like,
right.
What? Now you mad.
Right.
And now it becomes, I've heard so many different iterations of this, of like the story of like, oh, well, I'm just going to be the stay-at-home dad. Look, if that works between you and your partner, there should be any issue with that. Stop talking. Like, let couples be their thing. You got two people in the household that are working and they feel good about that. Cool. Let it happen. You have the man that's working, the woman stays home, whatever. We got to let people be people. But when it comes to when a woman has something to say, the number one thing that you could do is listen. Just listen.
Yeah.
Stop trying to solve everything. Stop trying to solve for X. One of the biggest complaints I get from women, and that I've gotten from women in therapy is he doesn't listen. I'm not asking him to solve anything. Sometimes the solution is just to use your ears. And one of the most validating things you could do is or that sucks, or oh, I hear you. Not I'm gonna go out and I'm gonna do this, and it's just like, we didn't ask you to do all that. Like sometimes just listen to the directive for a second.
Right. Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
I got off of my wife and kids. He was telling me one swole dude on there, like, hey man, all you got to do is say, is that right? And Jay thinks that I'm really listening, but you're right about everything that you're saying. It's really hard. And you talking about somebody want to listen. Well, when she opened her mouth and told the team, hey, look, I want better players because I want to make the playoffs. I want this. They suspended her.
Yeah.
And then they end up trading her. But even though she went to the team, but that just kind of wrong. Like, dude, yeah, you got the team that you wanted to go to now. But it's just crazy that when she opened her mouth and speaks, saying anything, they try to twist her words.
Oh, yeah.
They try to shut down anything that she has going on. And the team like Chicago Sky, who is piss poor, they're trash. You shut your main person down because she didn't go running to anybody to talk to. They came to her, ask the questions. Hey, listen, I want to win. I want to go to the playoffs. We need better. You know what I'm saying? And they suspended her and traded her. Now, they got another woman on there right now named Skylar Diggins. Skylar is known for being outspoken, a black woman. And like within 2 weeks of them losing, Skylar got on the mic and almost said the exact same thing. They didn't suspend her. Like, what
No.
is it? Yeah, I'm trying to tell you. I'm trying to tell you. If I'm
Yeah.
lying, I'm flying.
Yeah.
It's
No.
amazing how a black woman gets treated in society, in
Yeah.
sports. And I just thought this conversation needed to be had because it just doesn't make any sense that somebody like this right here, Angel Reese, is getting the scrutiny that she's getting from people
Yeah.
every day, nonstop.
And you know, that has to have really grave psychological effects. I don't care what anyone has to say. Like, love her or hate her, whether you're a fan or not, understand that at the end of the day, she's a person, she's a young woman, and she's doing what she feels she needs to do, you know, to get ahead in a sport that she loves. Because otherwise, I think she would have left the game, right? Like,
Absolutely.
can you imagine? Just, I'll tell you right now, someone sits here and they're like, you know, your hair looks like trash. I'm just like, ugh. I mean, I wouldn't do that, but at the same time, you know, you hit me on the wrong day, and I'm questioning life. I'm questioning
Right,
my
right,
life, and I'm
right.
like,
Yeah.
do I even want to do this? And that's just real. That is just so real. Just, we forget that the people that we look up to or that we set these expectations about
Mhm.
and for
Right.
are people. That's someone's daughter. That is someone's daughter.
Yes, yes. And Miss Reese, her mom, she don't play.
We
She
don't
don't
usually
play.
play about our
Miss Reese
kids.
don't play. Miss Reese do not play about her baby.
We don't
But
play about our kids.
But the wonderful
No.
thing about it is that she got a Bahamian uncle over here,
Mm.
Get Out Your Feelings Sports podcast, and other brothers like A Drizzy and my boy Showtime, which I did a couple videos with the day before I got on here, and other podcasters. You know what I'm saying? We don't play about her, and we protect
No.
the best way we know how. And they see it. Some of the family members have seen the podcast. Be like, hey, we appreciate what you do. So it's just that, this conversation,
Yeah.
everybody deals with bereavement in different ways, but it's just
Yeah.
not with death. So your book actually touches on this, it touches on that, and it actually is a guide. It's a tool to really
Yeah.
help us overcome, because you lost your father. I lost
Yeah.
mine 2004 Christmas morning. So I
Yeah.
understand
Oh,
it. I get
yeah.
it. I
Yeah.
get it. Yes, I
Yeah.
understand. So I really
Yeah.
appreciate what you're doing and the mind that you have to do it. You know what I'm saying? So thank you for coming on here and shedding all that them dimes, dropping them dimes. You drop some dimes,
Abs-
girl. And your
Thank
cat
you.
behind you, and your cat.
Is she? I don't even know where she. You know, I think she's sitting in the window now. I don't know what the.
She was
She
behind you the whole time, just about. Just
she cares about no one's life but her own. Okay, and I love this cat, but let me tell you, I swear, it's like she knows. She knows when she's done. She's irritated with me, and she's like, "You talking too much. It's fine." But you hit on something just
yeah.
now with with our girl Angel. Um, that very thing that you do to protect her image is the very same thing that you could do with Black women. And um, whether we're right or wrong, we need to handle that indoors. We don't need to take that to the streets.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
I think that's also like that's on the top of the list of respect, right? We need to keep it respectful. And if we want to be taken seriously, and we want people to see us for the quality of the products that we make and the services that we provide, and just the content of our character, we have got to stop being divisive amongst ourselves and start really uplifting one another. Like, it can't be this, like, you're not Black enough, you're not this, because I'll tell you, I am biracial,
You
and
are?
I'm
You
biracial. I
Dr.
know.
Maxell, what you is?
I'm Black and Filipino.
Black
Yeah,
and Filipino?
Black and
Really?
Filipino. Yes.
Okay.
And you know what? So I got it from both sides, where,
Mm-hmm.
like, that community is super important. Now, and I grew up around Filipinos, I grew up around Black people, I grew up around Irish people and Italian people, and
Mm-hmm.
and across the board. And I look at these communities outside of my own, and what they have right is they keep it together, right? It
Yeah.
doesn't matter
In the
who's
house.
wrong.
Yeah.
They keep it in the house, and we forgot how to keep it in the house, and that
Mm-hmm.
is part of the problem. And you know we don't need to damn a person. First of all, I did not ask to be Black and Filipino, right? Like I had no part of that process. I wasn't like this little plant seed that was like, oh, please, please.
Right.
You know, I did not ask to be here, and now I'm here, so deal with it. But we have got to stop. We have to stop with this hierarchical nonsense of like who's black versus who's not, and how black you are versus how black you're not. Look, we all black. Okay,
Right.
we all up in here. We are. It doesn't matter if I walk into the wrong room. I'm black.
Mm-hmm.
And so we've got to protect ourselves. Like when you see a sister out there, protect her. Look out for her. Don't let people sit there and talk mess about her. Don't let them mess around with her. That could be your niece. That could be your daughter. That could be your daughter's friend.
Yes. Yes. Say that.
Yes. Because I'm telling you, as a black, they make fun of me, but they call me blackish. I'll take it. All right, blackish, woman.
Right. Go ahead. That's fine.
I'm tired of taking on the mental load of having to protect everybody because I'm not taking seriously. I'm not taking seriously. And I, like I said, I want to acknowledge the load that black men have to bear because you do. But there was a study that came out, I believe it was in 2000, and I want to say it was early 2000, I mean 2008. What year are we in? 2026? Never mind. That talked about how black women in this country are the most educated group in the United States, and they are the least valued.
Yeah. 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 Facts.
Let's sit with how that hurts for a minute.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter all the letters I have behind my name, all the emojis, all the dashes and cross T's and dotted I's. I am the least valued. And I can't fix that alone.
You're right.
I can't fix that alone.
Ooh, wow. So, black men, we have a responsibility. Point blank, period. We got a responsibility to our black sisters, our black mamas, our daughters, for sure. And those that we say that we actually look up to and protect. We got a huge responsibility. So, on this podcast, I'm going to make sure that I do my part of protecting black women, black culture. And if you like it, fine. If you don't, fine. It's not going to change who we are on Get Out Your Feelings Sports Podcast. We're going to make sure we protect this one. Bottom line. So, Dr. Maxell, thank you. Thank you so much for bringing your expertise here and clocking your tea. You clocked a lot of tea tonight, girl. You clocked a lot of tea tonight, girl. Yeah, man. So tell us, where can we get your book? Where can we order your book? And we need to get it now. We definitely need
yes. Well, get it while it's hot right now. It's on Amazon. If you type in bereavement, you might have to scroll for a little bit, but if you type in Carmela Maxell, that is Carmela, last name Maxell. It is available on Kindle and in paperback, and it's also on Spotify audiobooks.
Get that, and y'all make sure y'all support. Get that book, grab that book, because it's going to help you. But having people like her, knowing how to protect the sister like this, knowing how to protect your mama, and also learning how to deal with bereavement, even dealing with death. You have a perfect one right here. And then she came by Get Out Your Feelings Sports Podcast to share that information with us. Y'all make sure y'all support. You know, this is what we do. We support black-owned business. Y'all make sure y'all get that book and support her. All right? So, Dr. Maxell, thank you so much for coming by. Thank you for being a part of this and being a part of the Get Out Your Feelings Sports Podcast family.
Anytime. I appreciate you too. And you know what? I love you, my brother in Christ. And I just thank you for spreading awareness and
absolutely
allowing a black woman to have a platform. Thank you.
Absolutely. We're going to continue to do that.
Thank you.
For sure.
Thank you.
All right, y'all, man. Y'all know what to do. Like, comment, and share this with your peoples, man. This was dope. This was deep. And make sure, if you know anybody that know her, get it to her, because she need to hear this herself, man. All right. Y'all go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe. Become part of this family, because I want you here. I need you here. And I'll holler at y'all on the next video, man. Peace.